everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue, back, begging to get back to things. And hope you are well. Hope you didn't have to watch a crummy commercial before seeing me. Well, I was off Monday and Tuesday. I got to tell you, I miss you guys so much. I'm like, oh, I can't wait till Wednesday. That this morning I was up and completely rested. I was completely rested when I woke up at 3:30. Now, I know some of this has to do with the fact that I had chemo yesterday, and they pump you full of steroids and stuff like that. And so for me, I was just coming down from that chemo high, I guess. And I was up and I was doing things and thinking about this little business that I have created, and talking to my sister at 6 a.m. about our podcast, which, yay, I'm happy to say is back into the working things. I'm also going back with Wendy downtown Peabody. I'm going to be broadcasting this Saturday. I don't know if we'll do it every Saturday, but we're going to do it this Saturday. And we're going to be going over a project that I've done before on the show, but I've never done with Wendy. And that is, we're going to be making these adorable, look at these, aren't they just so cute? And these are made with iron-on, if you can believe it. Look at this one. Oh, so cute. Cute as a bug. I just love them. Oh, they're so cute. And in addition to that, there's St. Patrick's Day, Easter, spring. There's something for everyone in this very old and treasured image set called Spring. I'm going to have to look it up. Oh, man, this is what happens when you go live. It's called Spring something. I bet Loretta can ask. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm going to be this Saturday broadcasting from, well, I don't know if it's called broadcasting. I'll be streaming. I think it's streaming from Create and Escape in downtown Peabody Square, which is right across from the Peabody Library main branch. And we're going to be doing a project, and it's going to be on Saturday. I don't know what time, but I'm thinking I'm better in the mornings. So maybe around 10. I don't know about Wendy. I'm going to have to ask her, but we'll have a good time if you can make it. Otherwise, it will get on the feed. When you go to look for my most recent videos, if you go to my YouTube channel, check under the box that says live, because for some reason, I start them as live, but then I post them as already, done over. And I think it should go under recent, but it doesn't go under recent. So you see things from like last year before they made this change. So, yeah. YouTube's great about not telling you when they're going to be doing stuff, but they're worse at Facebook. Oh, Facebook. If you guys ever think that you might do this like sort of online thing, think about it twice, because you can't just go, if you're in for the penny, you're in for the pound, which means if you're going to jump into those shark infested waters, and they are indeed shark infested waters, think first. Like, maybe you came up with the most awesome solution to something, and you think you're going to go on TV and all of a sudden you're going to be a millionaire. I recommend one movie. It's called Joy. It's about the QVC or HSN or whatever it was, a woman who was the first sort of cable TV sellers. They didn't have like but she'd come on with her own, Joy Mangano, and it's played by Jennifer Lawrence, and there's a couple other big names in there, including Robert De Niro. Yeah, he's in there. I'm trying to remember who all else, but she's really good in that movie, and you'll enjoy it. Came out a couple of years ago, maybe like 2016 or so. I only remember that because I wanted to go so badly, and the guy that I was with didn't want to take me, so I said I'm going by myself, especially because it's such a feminine, empowering thing. I just said I'm going by myself. And, oh, did he turn around and say, no, I want to take you? And I was like, yeah, this is the beginning of the end, buddy. I don't commit that easily. And that was the best day of my life. Well, yeah. Okay. Anyway, today we're going to be doing this. I am full of, as my mother would say, piss and vinegar. Pardon me, by the way. Pardon me with using that term. I hate it when Owen says it. I'm like, oh, could you say pee? I think pee is much better. But anyway, it's an old Yankee term. It says when you're sassy, you're full of piss and vinegar. And vinegar being vinegar. So you're extra, like extra spicy. I think that's what they call that nowadays, that you're really spicy or sassy. But we used to say piss and vinegar. So there you go. So today we're going to be doing this really great card. It comes with an envelope. It is from 3dsvg.com, otherwise known as Dreaming Tree. So you would find this on the Dreaming Tree website, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And you would make a purchase. Hey. Quiet. Good dog. Quiet. Good doggies. So you have to go to their website, 3dsvg.com, and make a purchase. I have a new, it's an old, actually, affiliate thing. What do you call it? Affiliate, I don't know, link, that if you use it, I get a very nice, very, very generous donation, and it costs nothing from you. Leo always does this thing where he changes it up to get people to stimulate more talk about his business. He's a really good businessman. I want to sit down with him and have a conversation about that so that you guys can hear it, because he's like really doing a lot of innovative stuff over at his little paper store, Anyway, so 3dsvg.com. So let me show you where I found this. Whoops. Sorry. Where is my... No. What happened? I had it open and it closed. It's 3dsvg.com. And here is their current thing. So if you've never heard of these guys, okay, I would call them the most professional, bringing it out of being like, a graphic designer mom to an actual business model, is this company. I think it started off as a branch out from SVG Cuts, also very professional, also very, very thoughtful of the customer, and just really well done stuff, really, really like quality, amazing stuff. And it's hard if you're a little guy and you're trying to keep up. So that's why you develop these affiliate relationships with other companies, and then you're stronger. So that's when you see my link. Thank you. Something going on. Dreaming Tree is awesome. So it's 3dsvg.com. I do have a special link that is no additional cost to you. So I just want to mention it. So this one here that we're going to do today, you can actually go to shop and do a look at their different Valentine's things down here, Valentine's Day. And it's under the Valentine's Day, or you could type in twist and find it. Twist as in twist pop, which is the name of this card. So this card is called a twist pop card. I did not make any changes to the card from its original, which is unusual for me because I really wanted to. All right. Oh, okay. It's been snowing, like misty snow. I've never seen. It's like almost like foggy snow all day. It's like a combination of fog and a really, really light snow that could almost be a raindrop or hail. Anyway, so I don't even think I said hi to everybody this morning. Sorry. I'm just on such a kick from these chemicals. So anyway, good morning to all my friends, including Babs. Nice to see you, Babs, Mama Bear, Ardeen, Leslie, Roberta, Sherry, Dream Big, Diana. Dawn's here. Nice to see you, Dawn. So if you're on, say hi. These are our friends. This is our tribe. This is our gang. You know, we're our own entity, and we're happy that way. You know. Anyway, so this is called a twist pop card, and its whole feature is that it twists. And there's no any extra mechanism that makes it happen. But of course, with Leo, he had to take it one step further and come up with something really elegant, which is what this is. He has a couple of other twist pop cards. And the only other place that I've seen this technique is other than here is with Lori Whitlock. She has quite a few twist pop cards for all occasions, but there are no instructions like you're going to be getting here or you're getting in here or at Leo's, you know. So anyway, so the idea is that when you open it up, it becomes like a pop-up card, and the mechanism is completely paper-based. It's hard to show you, but there are actually, because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I need to learn how to do this. And I tried to modify, and remember, I was on with Melody Lane, and I don't know if you guys caught that, but I was on with Melody Lane, Abby from Sassy Renita Crafts, and Carol. I can't forget Carol at Carol's Cricut Crafts. And we had like a little, we picked some ideas, and I picked this card to make, and I won. But then I felt bad because it was Melody that put together the whole thing, and she was so gracious, so gracious, and I really do miss that woman. She was very unassumingly gracious, and they don't make them like that. They don't. Anyway, all right. Sorry. Woo, getting off track and getting emotional. I'm sorry. So anyway. Oh, that's how you found me, Leslie? Did you remember that thing? That was really fun. As far as Lori Whitlock goes, Lori Whitlock, it's spelled Lori, Whitlock. And she is probably the first designer I started with. I really liked all the things she was doing with Echo Park paper. And so I found, and with silhouette, she was like #1 silhouette project designer kind of thing. And she has all different kinds. The only complaint I have is that her website is a mess. I totally get it. I get it. But it's so hard to find things, and it's so hard to tell if I have them. So I always buy them twice. It drives me nuts. Anyway, but I'm still a fan. It's just the website so hard, and I don't know if it's like maybe an afterthought or whatever. I think her husband is the one that puts it together. So maybe he's doing other ventures. And can't get to her stuff, you know. I remember talking with her, and she was like, "Do you know how long I've been doing this?" And I was just thought I could just see her, with this her like a little crunchy face. Like, do you know how long I've been doing this? And I'm like, yeah, I totally know. She's funny lady. Okay, first we're going to put together the envelope. The envelope. Who says envelope? Who says envelope? I think I am the only one left saying envelope. And I heard somebody say, it might have even been Leo. I heard him say envelope. And I'm like, nah, I don't know. It sounds too much like a French word. Today I'm using a different kind of glue. I decided I would show you all the different kinds of glue. I feel like somebody out there is trying to corner the market on glue. And believe it or not, before they came along, we had a love affair going on with some other glue called art glitter glue, and we had moved away from Elmer's and stuff like that, although I do still use some Elmer's glues. And so the industry is caught up with us. We're off on this tangent of making cards and, yes, memory keeping, scrapbooking, keeping journals, and keeping date books, little memory books. Like, memory keeping doesn't have to be the big scrapbook, but I will tell you this. When the memory keeping stuff kind of started coming in 95, which renewed my interest in that, and that and making boxes renewed my interest in paper crafts. But I had been in stamping. I did that intensely for a couple of years, but then I couldn't continue that. We didn't have YouTube or anything, but I couldn't really continue that because I took a really big job and I didn't get a chance to do it anymore as much. So I laid off crafting for a couple of years as I climbed the corporate ladder. And so that's what's going on with me. And now I am like, I don't know. I feel great. But what happens with chemo is they don't just, if you hear the word chemo, it sounds so scary and people don't know what it is, but it's basically drugs that they carefully, very, very carefully measure and are ordered, and they have this is, really professionally done stuff. It's not just like, hey, we're going to give you this chemo. So I hear a lot of people, they say, oh, chemo doesn't work, whatever. Chemo works now. It might not have worked too well 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, but it's come a long way. And when I knew that I got on this journey, I was actually almost anxious to start on it as chemo, because I know that that's of the 3 treatments I received the first time around, which was radiation, chemo, and surgery. So I went through the whole thing, and the least traumatic was the chemo. I mean, the only thing traumatic about it was the hair loss and some little after sickness for breaking up the tumors in my breast. So so anyway, so chemo is they see what you do through the scan. So I had all the scans last week and the week before, remember? And the scans came back so nice that the doctor was like on Monday, right, I didn't get to tell you any of that. The doctor on Monday was like, she used the word thrilled to me. She's kind of a mousy kind of a woman. I like her very much, but she's mousy. And she's, I think because she's so smart or something, you know. But at any rate, she let's see, what was the track that I'm on? Anyway, she's the doctor, the ordering physician, and so I only get to see her once a month, once every 2 months. Otherwise, they have a whole care team. So I know all the people in like radiation, because you guys know how I am. Hey, you guys, can you stop it? Please, 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 please. Please stop. Thank you. Thank you. Good doggies. We've been trying to, in the new year, trying to train Benji a little bit more. I think Teddy Bear's a lost cause. He's never going to change. He's like an old man. Now he walks very like old manish. He's going to be 10 this year, and he's aging fast. I don't know. I might have to change his diet because he's really getting old fast. And he's just not as peppy as he was before. Anyway, so, all right. I have no idea what I was talking about. I have no idea. Oh, I'm telling you, it's this chemo drugs. I don't know what they give you, but you feel terrific when you get out of there. I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed at my usual time, but then I was up watching and answering emails and doing all the stuff like I used to do. And this has a cute cutout, which I saved. I'm going to show you what I did with them. And this has this little place for our little notes, which I'm going to show you how I put that together in a second. But let's put this one on, being careful of this part, where this is where we're going to put our little note, and being mindful of those little things. So this is a craft glue. If you type in craft glue, this is what you get. Precision Craft Glue by Oisavilla. And you get a little box. Let me show you. You get this little box, 4 ounces of craft glue, and for under $10, this is what comes in the box. So you get a 4 ounce. So for under $10 is like what, $2.50 an ounce, which is kind of high. But which, if I really like this, I'll look for it in a larger refillable bottle. And then you also get, and this I'm really impressed with, the extras that you get here, which are, they're different tips. This is the precision tip, like that. And this is the medium tip, like that. And they give you a real stainless steel pen that I'm hoping it does not rust. It looks to me like it won't rust. But some of the pins that you're buying, and then a little explanation of what it does, how to use the ultrafine tip. I'm using the fine tip, but there's also a tip cap somewhere here. And it all comes in this little vial. Isn't this cute? Comes in this little vial, so you can't lose them. So what I usually do with something like this is, because I'm always forever like taking off the tips and blah, 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 is I try to keep it handy. So I keep it like to the side. And then I can never keep this handy. This, the closure bottle. And these boxes are really cute, but if I kept every single box that I get stuff in and I didn't recycle it, then I would have no room because I just get so much stuff that comes in boxes. And anyway, so yeah, I'm fiddling around with this, and I should be putting this other thing together. Okay. ADD. All right. So here we go. So we're going to just stay away from. I think the thing I don't like about this is I'm holding it like this, and I want to hold it like this, but I can't really because it's too big. So I think the 1 or 2 ounce bottles are the best, but I think I'm gonna have to start buying them in the medium tip because this is what I got. I don't think I'll be able to put this whole thing on one of the small bottles. I could try that though. That's a good thought. That's a good thought, Rita. Okay. So, by the way, this heart pattern paper, which just screams the 80s, Mrs. Grossman's die cut stickers. And by the way, did you guys see the update in DS? I know I'm a little slow, but I caught and did the update for the new sticker maker. And I fell in love. I thought, this is exactly what people needed. It's a great little widget. You don't even notice it unless you are looking for it because it's in the top nav instead of on the side where the monogram is. So I don't know. So I'm sure they did some kind of study and figured out that was the best place to put it because they have room in the hey, I already like this about this glue. So I like the presentation, very nice. I think that the sticker could be better. But I love that it's from New York, Flushing, actually. And it seems to be working. It seems a little bit thicker than the art glitter glue, which I love so much. And here are the pieces that they're like extra cutouts. So I figured make a little note, right? So we're going to put it in that holder. Okay. Remember, it's really important to use quality ingredients, but in this game, that can be expensive if you're buying because you want to have all the name brand stuff. Because I have a little obsession with Echo Park Paper Company, and I always, whenever they have a sale, which I think they have another one coming up, I always spend at least $50-$60 there for these little paper packs. Because it's the best time to get them, but they don't always have all the ones you're looking for, like Valentine's or Easter are hard to come by. St. Patrick's Day, somebody had one, but I never saw it again. It might have been Doodlebug. So, it's important to have the quality stuff. Isn't that cute? Oh, I gotta make sure the leg doesn't get caught off. So then we'll get our little pen and we'll say, will you be mine? Now, there is on the bottom, love you lots. I'm going to sign it Rita, and I'm going to give it to Santo, who has abandoned me for 88 degrees tropical weather in January. And he tells me like it's a hardship. Oh, it's 88 degrees. And I'm like, Really? You want to die on that hill? Because we're over here, getting all, okay. Now, let's talk about the mechanism. So basically what we've done is we put together the envelope and we have put together the inside. And now we're going to have to do the mechanism. There are two pieces of that. So there's this one that has an X in the middle of it right there. And I'm going to cover my thing while I'm talking. All right. So it has an X that goes like this. It's very precise. So you want to don't use ones that I've made before because they didn't come out right. I never got back to them. And then there's this piece that is like basically the sides of business cards. Now this piece is going to work over that piece. I'll show you in a sec. Here what we do is we're going to fold in it's a little hard getting it right, but we're basically creating an arrow with our paper. I think I'm supposed to do it this way. I didn't have this much trouble off camera. Okay, here we go. So there it is. Let me show you again. All right, so you're going to fold, fold, fold. All right, this is called a valley fold because it makes a valley indentation. Valley. This is called a mountain fold. So the side pieces are mountain and the middle pieces are valleys. And then when you push them in, there is your arrow. Okay. So then we're going to actually place this here. We're going to do one side. Now, this technique doesn't allow for the card to fold and be flat, which is why there's a little belly band that we're going to be putting on the outside. Okay, so here we'll just press it down. I'm doing the middle. Now, he did say there was a little thing here, but I just found my center point and then pointed that arrow there. Okay, and while I'm here holding it, here's where the little pocket for a gift card, or if you don't want to do a gift card, do a little love coupon, like this is for one free head massage or something while we watch a movie or something. You can be creative, especially if you're young and in love and have no money. I think that's what made me so creative, the lack of money to buy things that I wanted to give to people. And so I then started becoming creative and doing all those scrapbooking and stamping. And I have all my PSX, personal stamp exchange stamps. And they have been out of business for like 20 years now. The most gorgeous stamps. They were artwork. And I still have them all. I don't get to use them because they're not organized, but might be having a change in that too. I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I'm not going to talk about it. So, okay. The only thing about this is you can't push it down all the way. And the whole idea is that it's a pop-up mechanism. So once you get it up, it'll be, maybe you can display it sort of like this and then just show people. And by the time, so I'm just thinking, you could prop it something behind it and hold it open, but you won't be able to see the whole words that are on there unless you have it opened as much as it will go. It's not completely flat, okay? And whoops, and this was another thing. You really want this to hold. This is making my paper warp. It's too wet. It's making my paper warp. Okay, so make sure you hold that down for a minute or so. And while we're doing that, we'll talk about the front pieces. So the front pieces are these two, what looks to me like an embossing folder. I think that's what he said. Somebody contacted him about an embossing folder they liked that looked like this, and he designed this little thing, which is offset. And I'm sure when this came out, we didn't have offset the way we have it now, because I remember everyone's like, how do you do offset? And we used to come up with all these creative ways to do it. And then they finally heard us, and they come out. It's like the sticker maker. I mean, the sticker maker is going to be the best. I can't wait to do a gazillion things with it. And I'm going to show you all about it tomorrow. And if you've been with me for a while, you may see my old stickers that I used to put in groups, but I'm going to still use that technique. So I'm going to go pick up my old stickers. Like I've got a bunch of butterflies, and they're just so romantic. These butterflies, they all come from DS, but I'm going to have to, if I want to use them strictly as stickers, which means they have a certain kind of cut underneath them. There's a kiss cut or a die cut, and I prefer the die cut, which basically creates like a easy peel thing for all your stickers. Because you can't peel these things once you buy them. And then I saw this other thing, and I'm like, this I need. This, like, it's like a book that you can display all your stickers in, but it doesn't use them up. So you know how you go and you put it on your desk and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, if I use it a post-it note, it will stay up, but some of them fall down. So I'm like, do I want to put a sticker? Do I want to put double stick tape? But in the end, and in fact, let's show you what I got here. I got masking tape sticker that I only half stuck on because I wanted to remove it cleanly, which it probably would come off cleanly. And then this I put adhesive dot there. And this one is a sticker that I only put on 3/4 of it. And this one is a post-it note. So my favorite is post-it notes because then I can move everything around and change it out for the season and whatever. So there you go. We need a tutorial. Yeah, we're going to do it tomorrow. Okay? I'm back for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Knock on wood that I feel good. Knock on wood that I feel good. Okay, so I think my somewhat quick, but I will continue to give it a shot since I did spend $10, is that this isn't going to work for me. That doesn't mean it's not going to work for you, but this isn't going to work for me, this glue. The consistency of the glue is good. I like it. But even if I put the precision tip on here, I wouldn't feel precision unless it was in a smaller bottle. So I really am going back to my these bottles here. But I got to do something about the tip because the tip is too precision and they clog, which drives me nuts. So this so far hasn't clogged, but it's kind of wet and I feel like I can't move it around but that might be the fault that I don't have the die cut thing. But I don't think I could use not the die cut thing, the ultra fine point or precision, whatever they call it. Precision fine point. I don't think I could do precision fine point with this bottle. So that's my problem with this glue. I think it's nice glue. It would work for me, but I would have to replace the packaging or find something else for the packaging. Maybe it would work in my stamp gun thing from Sweet Petunia, I think it was. Maybe not. So, all right, the card's almost done. Woo. We have to do the belly band. So this is a belly band. Now on this here, you will see some score marks. So you want to fold, although I didn't think they were too accurate. Let's try it out. So basically, yeah, see, they're not really, it's not, we want to be able to train the paper so that it can go up and down. So we want to put some glue on it, but we want to give it a little bit of wiggle room. Yeah, let's give it some wiggle, which is where a glue like this would come in handy, because it's going to take a little bit longer to dry because it's such a wet glue. That can work to our advantage if we need to be able to be positioning things. So like this, I'm going to take it off and realize that might be a little too snug. So I'm going to give it less on that end. Oh, hey, and I went out and got my nails done again, but this time I made her make sure that they were short, because the other ones I couldn't do anything with and they kept falling off. So she's the best. Love her, Wendy. She's Wendy at, what is it called? Super Nails. In the, what do they call it? Stop and Shop Plaza on Route 1 on your way to Topsfield, because Topsfield is still backwoods country. I can say that I lived there for a time, so I can say that. They pride themselves on their volunteer fire department, and I remember a friend of mine would call it, they would go down there and hose down the foundations, because it took them a while. Oops, I'm putting glue on this whole thing, and I don't want to put glue on this whole thing, so I'm gonna have to use my finger and take this off. I put it like that, I think probably because I started gluing the entire thing. But you do not want anything sticking on the back, because it might be a good thing to put the glue on the band itself. I think this also would look cute with, if I can find mine. Help, I'm drowning in a sea over here. Okay. This goes here. This is cut out with sparkly paper. And then this goes here. And then there are these really cute little pieces that go on, that you cut out of glitter. Okay. I'm not going to go searching for them right now. We'll come back to them if we can find them. All right. So now what we're going to do, the last part, is we're going to do the open thing, but we have to, the pop open thing, but we have to get all of our letters on and everything. So this is the mechanism we're going to use next, and we have to decorate these. So I've already gone ahead and glued a couple of the letters together, but I saved 2 to show you. So it's going to go L-O-V-E, and I have E done and I'm going to do the O and the V with you. But I want to make sure I do the right V, because the love have these little marks right here. This one here is, and I'm sure you can't see it. Anyway, there are little marks, so believe me, and I can see them. So that's going to help me with my lineup. Another fantastic reason to buy Dreaming Tree projects, because there's so much care taken into the assembly that they put designs in, such as like, this is where you should put this item. All right, so little, this I would have gotten my precision out for, but right, so LOV. And this one is, which this is the only thing I might have changed, because it doesn't look like an O to me. It's supposed to be the O, love you, right? Love you, love you. Oh, then there are the pieces for the bow. Okay, so we have to do the U that's inside the O, which is just simply more glue. This has got a, almost like a creamy, it looks like hand cream to me, not like glue. Elmer's glue or even craft glue. It's not really getting all over my fingertips. So would I buy this? Yeah, maybe, to save some money. It's roughly half of what the bear in the room uses or charges. And they always have all these like special editions. Well, if you gave me a special edition, then I would promote your company, but don't think they want to do that, so that's fine. I'm not a big enough fish in the pond, probably. Anyway, I'm not at my friends, Leah Griffin is now promoting it, I think, and nobody's promoting my art glitter glue, so I don't even know who makes that, but I feel like it's an out of the shop kind of thing, and I would like to just buy a gallon of it. It would take me a year to go through it all, but it would solve my problems of running out of glue. And I tend to use more glue than anything. Like, I like tape, I like double stick, I like double-sided in a roll format. But my problem is I use those things up so quickly, and then you just throw it away. And I'm like, that is wasteful. That's not what this craft is about. This craft, if you think about it, it's called, started off as scrapbooking. So scrap is in the name. You know, we keep our scraps, and I keep it under my desk, a huge box from Chewy. And I just throw every single scrap that I have that's basically over 3 inches square. And I just throw it in the box. Now, it piles up, you know, because I cut nearly every single day when I'm feeling well. And it will build up, and then what I do is I go through and kind of clean it out, because sometimes I have really tiny things, like, you know, when you cut something like this out and on your mat is all the hearts, and it just feels like such a waste, although it's beautiful waste, like if you do it onto your floor. And there is something to be said for the experience of of those little things flying all over and getting stuck on your feet or on the dog, because that's kind of a fun experience. They look like they're glittery. I had a dog that slept under my feet here and all the time, and he'd come out wearing some pretty nifty little things. I miss that dog. And it looks like confetti. So one time my other dog was sitting on all my very 80s colored confetti pieces that I had swept up, and he sat on the pile. And so I had to take a picture of that because I mean, when was that ever going to happen again? All right. Now, let's get back to our bow so it can be ready when we put it together. So there's our little bow. Just to add a little dimension to that very flat bow. So I did use double stick here. If you want to get real fancy, you could put this on with one of those little motion things, the twist pop things. I forget what they call them. You know what I mean, you guys. All right, so there's that. And then we're going to open this up, and we are going to bend our minds a little bit so that we can understand this. So grab this, and I believe this is how you do it. Valley, mountain, valley. And then while holding it down here on the corners, we're going to try to do this correctly, which it doesn't seem like it's doing it correctly. Hold on. This goes here, and this goes there, and this then, yep, that's right. Okay, so the two places that I'm holding here is this top right and this bottom left. So that's where we're going to put glue. Okay, nowhere else. Just make a little strip like a triangle. Like that. If you want, you can spread it out with your hand. And then on this side, bottom left. Okay. All right. Trying not to get glue buildup on my fingers because it will ruin red if you transfer it someplace else. Just some words of wisdom from someone who's been doing it a long time. All right, so we got the top right and the bottom left are the only two places that have glue, and we're just waiting for that glue to catch. All right. We have a few little pieces left that have to go on the envelope. So let's let that dry for a second. And oh yeah, I want to tell you about the podcast. So my sister and I think it's because we shared a room growing up, but we can talk really well. And in fact, she's probably the only person that I can talk to for an hour, and it doesn't, as besides doing the show. I'm usually a listener, so I don't do a whole lot of talking, but I love to listen. So, and I love to hear about other people's stories and everything. So anyway, when I talk to her, we always go, We should record this. This is really funny. This is funny stuff we're talking about here. And we always say that. So I said, I was thinking about it. There's a term that they call people from Massachusetts, which we are. And I don't know if you guys know what it is, but it starts with mass and it ends with holes. And so I was thinking as like a variation on, what was I thinking of? The Schitt's Creek, replacing the A in mass with like an at sign and the dollar signs for MAS, one of the S's. So anyway, look at, now remember, don't lose your cool on this. It does take a little while to train. If you saw my TikTok video, you saw me like kind of being ginger with it because it was right after I glued it. All right. And it doesn't hurt to give it time to really set. And then let's get our belly band on. So anyway, I'm pitching a podcast idea to the Peabody TV people who are just so wonderful, gracious people. And I'm going to pitch it and see if I can host with my sister. Maybe not all the time my sister, because she's hard to pin down. But have Wendy come over and just having talks, kind of like just a couple of M-holes shooting the shite. I don't think I could say that out loud though, but my sister sure could. And we just like talking about what we're talking about. Like last time I was on the phone with her, we had an entire discussion about how to create clam chowder properly in the very Yankee, and I mean Yankee as in Yankee old school. We are old school, so we say things like what I said before, piss and vinegar, and I don't say them, but I'm repeating them, and so I know. Mary from Young Sheldon would be having a canary, I think. All right, so there is and by the way, here is our, it's sticking. Why is it sticking? Why is it sticking? Well, that's just going to ruin the whole thing. Nah, I'll figure it out. I hope it's not gonna rip. Where is it stuck? Looks like it's stuck in the front. I'm gonna turn it around. Oh, it's down here. Down here. Oh, it got stuck under the glue from... All right, there we go. You can't see the error. Okay, so don't put that in until you get this attached, and it'll give you time to write your little message in there. Oh, and there's a little extra gold that you cut out. And don't forget to add your coupon or your Home Depot gift card, which is probably what I will give him. He loves that place. He's in there. He's got to be in there every single day. Every single day. And last night when I talked to him on the phone, he was on the roof of his house doing some shingles. And he's literally the only one there. He's got a manual ladder, and he's on the roof fixing the tiles. And I have the audacity to say, could you stop working for just a second so that I can understand what you're saying? Because he has the the little ear pod things, and they pick up everything. Oh, they pick up everything, guys. So they're a great solution for people that have to fidget when they're on the phone, like me. But you got to be careful too of the noise that it picks up. All right. So there's our twist. These all the twist. Just like that. Twist. Like that. Pop. Because so it pops open. Twist pop. So now you know a new technique. And then this is called a belly band. So you know two new techniques. Belly band and twist pop. But my words of advice on these are they're very specific. So if you're a kind of crafter that or you want to craft with kids and you want them to just do their thing, this is not the project that you want to have the grands or the littles do their thing. This is a grown-up project, and even I managed to mess it up. Look, I put this on, so now it's going to stick out. Oh well, but it's still pretty, and I like these top load envelopes because then they don't get in the way of that prettiness, and then you can just because of how thick this is, it's probably going to be on the line as far as how much, but I would put one forever stamp on that, and then I would bring it to so I'm going to put Santo's name, make it he likes this kind of script. Santo. And it's not Santos, it's Santo. There we go. To Santo. There we go. And I just have to get a Home Depot thing. Now, tomorrow, we are going to do, let me just check my list. We're doing the stickers tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'm going to do the lantern from Spring Blossoms SVG cuts. So the lantern from there that I showed you, which I was putting together, and then I gave it to my mom, and it somehow got damaged, so I got to do it again. So I said, I'll just make 2 more. So we're going to do that on Friday. And then on Saturday, down at Create and Escape, we're going to be doing that foil technique, just like this, where this is hot foil, iron-on foil, that you cut on your Cricut, and it can be on the Joy. This is a great little project to do with littles, as long as there's someone there looking over them working with the little mini iron, because it's cute, it's adorable, but it is very hot. It comes with its own cradle, and it's normally like $50 when it's on sale, which I think might be a little bit, maybe much. But if you're an Access subscriber, this is considered a machine, and machines get 10% off. So what's 10% off of $55? So $45. Yeah, if they can resolve some of the issues with the heating up and a high thing, if you've had it for about a year. Because I don't like that about it. So anyway, that's on Saturday, and that's going to be coming to you on location at Create and Escape, downtown Peabody, right on Main Street, across from the library. Create and Escape does all kinds of signs, personalized, customized signs. They do group events. In fact, did a thing with Google last year, and they're just now getting into this kind of sublimation that's not really sublimation. It was a $15,000 or $20,000 machine that she bought, but she got a discount on it, and she said things were so good last year that she was able to buy new equipment. So we're going to be having a ball taking that apart probably next week and sort of seeing how that works, because it's her new baby. Anyway, but it won't be this Saturday. I don't think they'll have it set up for this Saturday. So that's me for the rest of the week. Today we did the Twist Pop card. So if you're just catching me late, this will be posted as a live video that was pre-recorded. It was recorded live, but it's a repeat, I guess. So Wednesday we did this. Thursday, die cut stickers. We're going to show you the new create sticker function in Design Space. Friday, we're doing the lantern from Spring Blossoms SVG cut. And we'll also do, on Saturday, we'll do on location at Create and Escape. So I hope you can make one or more of those, but I'm looking forward to being healthy enough. It's a little iffy when it comes to like Thursday. So, but I have the right tools and I have to do some other stuff. Hey, we have somebody that's spamming our group, but somebody's handling it. It's the name of the mat that you can, okay, I will do that, Loretta. No, I'm not going to wear myself out. I feel really, really good. And I don't know if it's just, I know what it is, of course, but every time you say it, people, they kind of cringe. But there is incredible power in prayer. And I feel really bad at having offended my cousin son who's struggling with something, and I shouldn't have put it out there. I should have asked her if it was okay, but I asked for prayers, and they didn't want that. So sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness, but ask for forgiveness rather than ask for, what's the thing? Ask for forgiveness, then beg, or is it beg for forgiveness, then ask for, I don't know. At any rate, basically you should get people, it's half a half. Should you get people's permission ahead of time, or should you just ask them to forgive you after the fact, right? Anyway, thank you, Loretta, too. We're going to be doing everything, but I can't do it without people like Loretta. And she is really working it today with all of the bad spammy content. I'm sorry about that, Loretta. And just showing you some of the things we'll be doing for the week upcoming. So I hope you can make it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you next time when we are doing die cut stickers, everything you wanted to know about die cut stickers, and maybe a little bit more. So do tune in, okay? Thank you so much.
Hey guys, it's Leo with Dreaming Tree, and in this video,
and we'll be talking about Leo from Dreaming Tree.